All right, y'all, this is your official July 21st full moon. They call it the buck moon forecast. If you're not familiar with me, the universe have given me the abilities to feel these energies before it kicks in. For example, today is the 17th and the full moon isn't until the 21st, but I can already feel the energies, the texture, what it's doing, and I'm giving y'all a premonition / forecast on what basically to expect with this full moon. Bear with me, I am fighting through a pretty bad headache. It's actually been going on for 2 days now. I'm fighting through a pretty bad headache, and it kind of sucks a little bit, so that's why I'm a little just out of it. But basically what I'm feeling with this moon is one of my favorite things I like to say in spirituality, and even how the universe works, how the world works. One of my favorite things I like to say, which is you could run, but you can't hide. That's basically the theme of the texture of the energy that I can already feel. It doesn't feel too intense, but then again, this is the 17th, and from my experience, the intensity ramps up as we actually approach the date of the full moon, which is July 21st, 2024. But it doesn't feel too intense. What it kind of feels like is all of that unresolved things that you kind of have going on. I feel like it's highlighting 1 to 2, if you could really take a good punch. It's highlighting 3 different important areas of your life that's unresolved. Again, it's 1 to 2, but if you could really take a punch, it'll hit you with 3. Just that stuff, the gritty stuff that people don't like to face, because for some reason people are very they don't like confrontation. And truth be told, confrontation is where all the healing happens at. Seriously, the things that are unsaid, those type of things. You don't heal what you don't reveal. That's another theme for this. You don't heal what you don't reveal, and you can run but you can't hide. So stuff like conversations that need to be had, but you're running away from it. If you have like an estranged relationship with, let's just say, your kids. I'm just giving examples. This is just insightful examples. Like if you have a strange relationship with your kid, or with your significant other, with whoever, that type of stuff, and deep down it's unsettled, deep down it's bothering you, that type of stuff. Like, I give you an example with me. Like what I'm kind of feeling personally is and before I even say that, one way I always like to look at full moons as the earth is meditating. Because understand that we're not separate from the universe. We are the universe in itself. We are the earth in itself. So everything that's going on within us translates back out through the earth, and everything that's going on with the earth translates back in through us, because we are it. We're not separate. We literally are it. Like, just think of all human beings as planets in the solar system, but we are one. We are the solar system too, if that makes sense. Whoever can understand what I just said. So like with me personally, what I kind of feel coming up is like, I'll be honest with y'all, I'm different. Seriously, I'm different. I'm nothing like y'all. And I don't know. I just really care about purpose. I don't really care too much about the materialistic. I hate to sound like that guy, but I don't care about these egotistical chases and desires and the things that people put importance on. In this world, things like Like, oh, you know, you have to have a career, or you have to have a family, or like, for example, me as a guy, I've never been the type that run around chasing girls all day, chasing tail all day. Like, seriously, someone could be like, hey, you want to go? And I'll be, and if I genuinely don't want to, I'll be like, nah, I'd just rather go home and whatever. And I feel like stuff like that's the deeper parts of me that just, I'm different than everybody else. I don't have the interests everybody else have. And I'm not bragging like, oh, look at me. No, this is genuinely who I am. And I feel like that aspect of me is really strong on the forefront right now. Like, look, y'all, y'all, maybe entertained by little this and little that, and I don't give a shit about it. I seriously don't. And that type of, speaking to my friends or whoever, that type of stuff. It's just these things, these aspects about us that we don't have supreme clarity on. And that's pretty much, by the way, there's a buck in this photo as well. You just can't see it because I'm in the way. But just those unresolved aspects, man, just conversations that need to be had, or if your job is just quite simply not making enough money to sustain your living, that is something that needs to be addressed, but you're probably running away from it. That type of stuff. I feel like those little details is what's coming to the surface on this one. Again, the energy isn't too intense, especially as that damn moon that we had back in May is nowhere near that level. But then again, it is the 17th. We're still 4 days out. 17, 18, 19, 20. Yeah, we're still 3-4 days out. And that's, the energy gets more intense as it approaches. But it don't feel too intense. But it does feel like things in your life that you definitely need to address, you should address. And that's why these full moons, the energy is so intense. And because it pushes you to the point to address these things that you need to be addressing, but you're not addressing. It pushes you, to that point. That's why you just get so neurotic, or you start to feel this intense anxiety, and then you finally send that text, but unfortunately it comes out in a pressurized form, which is usually never productive. So yeah, just a little insight on it. If anything changes in a day or two, or if it stays the same, I'll make another video and tell you that. But again, the theme is you can run, but you can't hide. Try not to be so cowardly. I'm sorry, I'm just being honest. And just not in the mood to just put it more gently. I just have to be honest. Try not to be so cowardly with those darker aspects of your life that you need to face, but you're running away from. Be a little bit more open to that energy, or even entertaining the conversation in your head, or however you open energy up in your world. If it's somebody you trust, whether it's whatever, just be a little bit more open to it, because that's where the energy is at. And if you fight and resist against it, that never goes well. So slr-d, that is your July 21st buck full moon forecast. That's pretty much what's going on. Thanks for bearing with my headache. It really kind of sucks. God bless.